Hello, 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 everyone. What is going on with y'all? Happy Saturday. What y'all doing today? I'm not really doing much, just working on two different projects. I finally got, I ain't going to say finally finished, but somewhat finished of one of the socks. I just need my son's foot so I can start sewing it together at the top. Because the way it's going to be, this is going to be either side can be the toe of the sock. I gotta sew this part together, part of the top and the back, so when he goes put them on, that he can just slide it on, so it can be that hole. But I need his foot, and I need to find my stitch markers, so when I go measure the foot, I can put my stitch marker in at the top. So yes, this is just one of them, anyways. And then here's the other one I started because he wanted black and white. I started this while I was at my husband's doctor's appointment this morning, and I've been up since like 5:30 this morning. And this has been the first time since I've been upstairs in about uh, 3 weeks. About 3 weeks. Yeah, about 3 weeks. This is the first time I've been upstairs. This is like prior to my husband going to the hospital. Hey, Daphne. Because, like, prior to him going to the hospital about 2 weeks ago, I haven't been up here the week at all the week before. So I honestly forget what the hell I got, but I do remember that I did buy yarn in the beginning of the new year, which I'm so proud of myself. I didn't buy yarn for like 2 months, 2.5 months, because I started in halfway through October. Didn't buy any yarn the month of November or December. I recently bought yarn what about around that time, about 3 weeks ago, and I still haven't put it away. I brought it. I remember, like, I'm still looking at it because I brought it upstairs thinking I was going to put it away, but never did. I'm doing good. And hey, Miss Tina Bailey, husband's home. Um, he's doing okay. He's taking a nap. That's the only reason why I'm up here right now, because he has to go to dialysis 3 days a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Um, that's where I was at this morning with him. I took my project. I actually took this with me because I had to sit up there. Hey, Mater, sit up there for like 4 hours and finish this. But I thought I had brought my stitch markers, but apparently I didn't. So I just dropped this. Thank goodness I brought extra yarn with me to crochet. I started this one when I came home, the second one, because I thought I had put this color of black. Hello, Rudy. I thought I had grabbed the black when I first left, but apparently I didn't. But I did grab this here, the big twist blue, and I started this. So just in case if I was going to be done with the second sock, but apparently not. Because my son asked me to make black and white socks, so that's what I'm making now. I finished this one. I just gotta find my stitch markers, and so I can, like, when I go to sew the top in, that at least I know how far to go so he can put his foot in. And then once it's done, it goes flat at the bottom. So I started the second one when I came home. Then I gotta go back to work tomorrow, and I don't even want to go back to work. I really don't. But thank goodness I don't have to get up that early. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Because, like, when we came home, that, with him taking, dialysis now, it takes, I didn't, like, I know what dialysis is, but, hey, AP, you too, hon. Thank you for coming past. Like, I know where it is, but I didn't know that it can take a toll on somebody's body. So right now he's taking a nap. I did check on him before I came upstairs. Um, Actually, he's up now. I can hear him because he's talking about that he wants to do watch the Super Bowl. No, the playoffs. Correction, it's the playoffs. So he's doing what going to watch the playoffs this weekend. So I'm like, thank goodness he's back to his normal self. Like that's another reason why I kind of disappeared for like 2 weeks because of that. Yes, because later on, right before I make dinner, because I'm making pork chops and macaroni tonight, that we're going to do a little bit of physical therapy by what the doctors want us to do. So thank goodness I have exercise stuff from when I did used to exercise at home. Because that I have these elastic scratchy thingies from when, because I think it was about like 3 years ago when I had to go to physical therapy for my scoliosis because it was like bad, and they gave me these little scratchy rubber band things um to help me like get my back strength up. Oh yes, I love to cook, AAP. I love to cook. So while he's watching the playoffs tonight, that we're going to do a little bit of therapy before I make dinner. So, and I really don't want to go back to work tomorrow. And the killer thing is, I've been up since 5:30 this morning because we had to be at his appointment at 6:30 this morning. Oh yes. I love to cook. That's one of my things I love to do is cook. Like sometimes I be wanting to record everything I cook, but in a time crunch between work, family, housework, I barely have time to really record except on my days off, which I am off today. So I might record that, but I don't know. But that Daphne, how's your daughter doing? Is she okay? Is she good? I hate this light in my room. Because ever since I rearranged my room a couple weeks ago, it's like the way the light is like bashing down. I can barely see, if you know what I mean. I can see, but especially when we working with black, it's kind of hard to like I don't have issues working with black, but the way the lighting goes, if I was sitting on the other side of the room, I wouldn't be having this issue. Like with yarn, I will say out of over the years with yarn, I will say I do have issues working with white a little bit. I am working on the second part of a sock, which I'm about to put down because of some fact that I'm starting to get frustrated because of the lighting. Hey, sis Angela. Good. I'm glad to hear she's doing much better. Much better. I'm happy to hear that. So happy to hear that she's starting the water therapy tomorrow to help. I'm so happy for that. Which I'm going to put this down for a second because I'm starting to get frustrated with my lighting. So I'm going to pick up my second project. Thank goodness I'm using the same hook size. Because this one calls for I'm going to be for this project that I'm going to try to see how many squares I can make within uh by the end of the year. So and then like when December comes, that I can start putting them together. And some people ask me like, how do I crochet with nails? And remind you, these are all mines. And I'm like, you can pretty much do anything with nails on the same way that you've been doing it before. It doesn't affect me at all. Other than the click clacking, that's about it. Other than that, I'm cool. I don't have issues crocheting with nails on. Like, all depends on like what I'm working on though. It do take a little bit longer, but it's not that bad. It really ain't. But the main reason why, like, normally with my nails, I could keep get them longer, but because of my job, I can't have them too long because it's against company policy to have nails longer than 2 inches. And I'm like so mad about that. So I had to cut all my nails down. And I'm like, Lord help me. What are you doing, sis Angela? And what are you doing, brother? I can't even get my words out. Bro, AAP, what are you doing? How's the wife? Hey, Kelly. Ready right now? It is 3:03 right now. Oh shit! I just fucked up. I just really jacked. Oh Jesus, Kelly, if you don't get your butt up here, because right now the brand that I'm working with is Big Twist, and it costs like the original hook size costs for a US H8, but because it feels like it's a little bit thicker than what it normally is. Because I go based off feel when it comes to certain yarns. If it feels like thick, I will use a bigger hook size. So I'm using a I9 for this particular square because It's a acrylic and it calls for a USH8 and it's a medium 4. But it's just like it feels thicker, like kind of thickish on it in a sense. So I had to go up a hook size because of it, and this is what it's turning out to be so far. So, and it's coming out pretty good since I went up to a hook size. Cause I knew if I would have went with the actual hook size, I knew I wouldn't like it because I'm kind of anal like that. Cause I remember like when I first started crocheting years and years ago, that I was always told to get the recommended hook size to see how it turns out, and if it doesn't, if you don't like it when it's done, and you go do the same project again, just go up a hook size. So I noticed over the years to go up a hook size. Because like for example, like I like to work with like bulky sixes, bulky fives, um like bulky yarn, period, point blank. And pretty much everything that I do have is a 4 weight now. But when I do come across like the bulky weights like six or fives or a bulky four, I will pick that up. But the price for the bulkies is more expensive than a regular medium or lightweight or regular weight fours. So I will never pick them up unless they go on sale or on clearance because I'm cheap. And unless somebody decides to give it to me, I would take that. Kelly, if you don't get your butt up here, I want to whoop you. I know that I'm telling you the truth. Hold on. My sister just texted me. What's wrong, Angela? Are you alright? Uh, She was talking about my sister asked me to if she can come over for a little bit. So every time she say that she's going to come over, she wants me to babysit. But I really don't care about my nieces. But I told her if I do, she gonna have to come get them in the morning before I go to work. Because I have to be to work at 7 in the morning, and my husband's got enough health to keep up with two toddlers. I was looking for that. Apparently, I did have two small skeins of black. Apparently, I didn't even see these. I was wondering what the hell happened to those. I thought I had them downstairs. Honestly, I swear I thought I had them downstairs. And to tell you the truth, I don't have really any white. Because the white I do have is what I use for this. The last of it, besides the one ball I got downstairs. And then my dog is over here passed out on the floor. And I'm thinking about getting another dog pretty soon, but I don't know what kind of dog I'm going to get. Because I wanted to start off with a puppy to see how it. Because I like when I got my dog here, I haven't had a dog since 2009 when my last dog had died by a hit and run situation. And me personally, I would never get another dog. But because of my husband, he convinced me to get another dog. Because like when I had my last dog before she died, I had her since she was about what 2 months, all the way up until she died, and she was like what 6 when she died due to a hit and run situation. And after all these years, I said I would never get another dog until my husband convinced me of it. And now I'm attached to the thing, not the thing, but I'm attached to the dog. And I'm like, I know he's still at that age that he's a puppy. And Laura, I haven't trained a dog in years and years. I haven't trained a dog in years since my last one. And my last one was a pit bull mix. She was mixed with pit bull and Labrador retriever. But she took after her mother was a full blooded pig. Body structure, face, fur color, and everything. And she was all black. But for some reason that she had like on like her back, she had this brown spot. spot on like her, like where her spine is, like on her back, and I'm like, ever since she passed, I'm like, she was like one of those kind of dogs that like she was good with kids. Where like at the time, this was around I was pregnant, and at the time it was just my nephew and my niece was just born at the time, and my niece had to be about 6 months, and I knew I was pregnant. And when my nephew wanted to go outside, and I was outside with him and the dog, and I knew that one of the words that I would say is watch while I go to the bathroom, and she was watching, that she would not let nobody near my nephew at all. She was protective over the kids. If she was still living today, she would have been about 18, 19 years old if she was still living. And then that's around the time that I had my cat. And by the time I had got her, my oldest cat had to be about, at the time, I have to do calculations. This is math. Because I had my very first cat, I had got him when I was back in 2002 or 2003, one of those 2 years. And I had him for so long. And he passed away a few years back because he was like, what, at least 16, 17 years old when he passed. And when I had brought the puppy in, he was already like maybe, I think 5 or 6, one or two, 4 or 5, one of those three. When I brought the puppy in, and when I had got my dog, Lord, my house was it was like a circus in my house every day between those two. And when my cat realized that the dog was getting bigger than he was, that he kind of chilled out a little bit. Because that my dog was a female, and her name was Trouble because all she did was get in trouble around the house. And when I got my cat, his name was Mama's. And at the time, I didn't really know much about cats because I got him from one of my ex boyfriends at the time. And I thought he was a she, and that's what Nick calls me the name of Mama's. Until he was about 6 months, and I started seeing something poke out. I'm like, oop. And I tried to change his name, but all he knew for so long was Mama's, and he didn't like nobody. Because it's like, with him, he was the type of cat that if he did not know you, don't touch him. That's how he was. Because that when I got him as a kitten, he was so badly abused that he was nothing but skin and bones when I got him. He had stars in both his eyes, infected with fleas. Like, it was like so bad with the fleas, it wasn't even funny. and like with the stars in both his eyes, that at the time I couldn't afford. Because remind you, I was still in high school working a part time job, and I couldn't afford like medical care at the time. So what I did, I took some like baby eye drops and dropped it in both his eyes, and that helped with his styes and stuff to like clean it out and the pus and stuff. And I went out and bought some what is it called, that flea stuff. And the first night I brought him home, I gave him a flea bath. The very first night to kill whatever was on him. And that wasn't cheap because that I was working part time while I was in school, and my first paycheck with me working part time in high school, my checks will be about like $200. And to get this flea medication, it cost me my whole check. So I did that, and then over time, with me giving him a bath every 3 days, it killed off every like flea that they had, and then I had bought bombs for fleas, and it worked. So it helped. And then over time, as he got older, he was he didn't really he didn't really like people, but if he didn't know you, I'll always say like don't touch him, because that he didn't trust people unless he got to know you. So it was like kind of hard for him to like trust anyone that came inside the house unless you lived there. And then the only reason why I got cats is because that my son had asked me for cats, so now I have two. I'm going to say ratchet ass cats. They are ratchet as hell. I'm not going to lie about that. I'm going to probably stay on for a few more minutes. But if anybody wants to join in what I'm doing to see how many squares we can do before the end of the year, and then when December comes, you can always welcome to join in, because this is an easy way to use up some of your yarn that you have in your stash. Hold on, yeah, my husband's calling me. Hold on. Sorry about that. He was asking me for something. He couldn't find his charger, and I forgot that I moved it when I was cleaning up the bedroom earlier. But anyways, if anybody wants to join to see how many squares that we can get by the end of the year in December, we can work on together to put them all together. And I know that we all had other projects and lives to do, but it's just a thought that we can do. It's just a thought. And plus, on top of that, like, I know we have like other projects going on, but it's up to y'all. Y'all don't have to if y'all don't want to. But how's everybody's day going today so far? Hey, Tank Boo. Oh, you're fine, Tank. What are you doing, Tank? I'm between working on squares and socks. That's what I'm currently doing right now. Yeah, I ain't cooking until another half an hour or so. I ain't doing. I'm making pork chops and macaroni tonight. First score down. I'll probably do another one later because I'm trying to use up majority of what I got by doing all these squares. But I'm going to continue with what I have with the one I opened. Ooh, tank boo. Ooh, snap. I already got a hole in here. Ooh, tank. I'm going to start another one. Then I'm going to probably when I get done here, then I want to pick up my son's socks again. Probably when I go back downstairs to make dinner. As soon as I don't knock this one up. I know I had another crap. I forgot it is filled with nothing but scraps. You finishing sitcoms, Kelly? Oh, finishing myself. Oh, I thought you said sitcoms. I'm just not reading it. Finishing Salmon. And I'm still mad at you about that too, Kelly. You didn't send me a plate. And I like salmon too. I love anything seafood. I just sat here and tangled up my freaking yarn. No. See, because of that, it got me over tangling up my yarn. Okay, I got it untangled. But what do you expect, Kelly? We are nasty, just as much. But you love us, Kelly. You love us. I swear I gave my son feet. What did I just do? Oh, I was gonna say, what the hell I just do with my damn hook? I was about to be super mad if I lost my hook, and this is like the third one. Let me see how many rows I did in this one. Okay, I did 8 rows in this one. I forgot how many rows I did in that one already. Because the way I'm doing that one, each square is going to be like 8 rows all the way across. Doesn't matter, like the way I'm doing the squares, doesn't matter what kind of stitch that you use or pattern that you use. As long as it's like, I don't have a measuring tape up here, but along if you're doing a grain stitch, what I'm doing for each one of mines is 8 rows. So I'm trying to figure out, like, try to make at least minimum between all the other projects I got going on, one or two a day, at least. And like originally, I wasn't going to come on until 4, but like I said earlier, my husband wants to watch the playoffs, so I had to change my time from 4 to 2:45 because of that. And I'm like, which I don't care. Oh, and Tank, he's finally home. I forgot to text you. I'm so sorry I forgot. I hope you can forgive me. And I want to say thanks to Kelly and Tank and everybody else that prayed for my husband's well-being. I want to say thank every single one of y'all because that if it wasn't for y'all and the way I was stressed out over here, I would not know what to do without y'all prayers. Even though I was praying too, but I want to say thank each and every single one that was praying. Kelly, Tank, Cubby from the crochet world. I want to say thank each and every single one of y'all and everybody in the community for y'all prayers. I just want to say thank you. I highly appreciate it. Because, man, I was over here. If it wasn't for the friends that I do have, I would not know what the hell to do with the way I was stressed out. And like, wait, Kelly and Tank and majority of y'all like checking up on me and see if I was okay with the stress level that I had. Oh Jesus, I'm sorry to use Jesus' name in vain, but I'm using this like if anything would have happened to this man before his time, I'm not gonna lie, I would have completely lost it. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. So I appreciate every single body that prayed for him and kept him in y'all thoughts. Me and y'all thoughts. I appreciate all y'all. So I'm like, mm, I'm sorry to use Jesus' name in vain, but I'm using his name in vain due as a happy matter. As a happy matter. I appreciate every single one of y'all. And I highly appreciate every single one that helped me get through this time of need. I just want to say thank you to each and every single one of y'all. Because I swear, if it wasn't for y'all, I would not know what to do. And I'm telling the truth. Because I honestly thought for a minute that I was on a losing between going back and forth to the hospitals and next thing you know, like doctors calling me and I'm like thinking something's wrong. I'm not gonna lie about that. So I want to say thank you.
Mom,
What?
you gonna eat those like other mustard things downstairs?
What other mother?
Like the mustard pesto things?
What the heck is you talking about? Oh, the pretzel things? You can have one.
Alright. I'm just wondering because they're super good.
You can have one.
Thank you.
Cause I'm getting ready to start dinner shortly. Yeah, that was my son. Coming in here sounding like Debo from Friday. And I keep telling him about that deep voice now. I'm not used to this. Thank you, Tank. But the thing is that he has to go to dialysis 3 days a week. So thank goodness I had changed my availability at work where I can like take him back and forth to there. And thank goodness for my family. So what the hell did I put? Oh crap! I realized I didn't put a chain stitch right there. Yes, I did. It was just my yarn that was in the way. And it's like I'm just glad that he's home, but it's just like what the hell? I'm just grateful that he's home. Because if anything would have happened to this man, I would not know what to do with myself. I'm not lying about that. Like we may have our ups and downs, but that's any couple, any relationship. If you're dating or married, we all have our ups and downs, but we don't want nothing bad to happen to our spouse. And nowadays, it's just like I don't know what's going on with the new generation, but they're a different type of breed. I'm not going to lie about that. They really are a different type of breed in this new generation. And I'm like, Lord, please help them. But everybody, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I will see all y'all later. Good evening and stay blessed, stay safe. If you live in colder climates, stay warm. If you stay in warmer climates, stay cool. Bye.